type enemy at the gate, then it will show you something. Then just take your time, watch that film. This enemy at the gate was mentioned by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I Google it, I find it. I know from there, I pick up. When you watch that film, nobody need to tell you what to do. Nobody need to tell you what to do. I'm angry. I'm angry from my own zone. I am angry with the people that I'm seeing around me. But it's not what I will just be saying on the air. So we need to stand our feet. Each time we come on the space, let us deal with any matter that arises. And whenever we have anything needful to do, let all of us join together. Unity is strength. Divided we fall. Thank you. I hear my mic here.
Thank you, Mazio Boom. Thank you so much. Simon Epa Izochukwu, I think you are next. Where's he gone now? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from here. Mazuge kelela mge kara dine kelela nge kelela monyo obula. You know, emere sim program kran na space yam na space kurumiyase. The day for Finland, Mazi Simon Epa, our Prime Minister, Finland have joined NATO. Awe sa kan jemrashe. Niye that purity, that glory, that obey or abide by law, everything have changed, have left Finland. They can do anything. I said it. Abrano say any that day have joined the day they join NATO. They can do anything. They have joined the gang of destruction. They have joined the gang of Lucifer. NATO is a Lucifer gang. Army to bring down the planet Earth down. That is NATO. NATO is a gang, is an army for the devil to fight. And who is the head of it is France. I said here one day, say, the problem today, Nigeria submit everything, whatever they are doing. They are doing it through the ambassador of Finland in Nigeria. I said it here. Then the second problem we have today is France. That is the people controlling them. Europe entirely. This is what I said. Have everybody not seen it now? The people that is corrupt are the one controlling the people that is sent. People that is killing human being, they don't bloody care. Who want to stop of killing human beings? People who is killing human beings to cutting their intestine, cutting everything of their life to sell it into international market and sell it to big men, kidneys. Is it the people that will stop people not to kill you? Our destiny is in our hand. Until we start evicting Nigeria army in our own land, that's the day they will begin to listen to us. We need to take it, everything drastic. This is what I said that day, and we are seeing it now. Is playing. I said the second time, God will give us a second chance now by putting Trump in the city. That's why they don't want, they do everything to cause World War III for that man not to climb seat. But the God do what? God bring them down and do what? Give us a second chance. And today they are fighting so hard to make sure there will be war in this world so that their evil will continue. My friend went to do passport in Nigeria embassy. Did you know France now is the one controlling Nigeria passport? Do you believe that now? France. Before you do Nigeria passport, that you pay up to 400 euro. I am telling you the truth. France have taken over Nigeria. Second colonization. I don't know how to speak that. That is where we are. France are the one leading, heading, abetting all this. England, British is under give me my own, and they will do whatever you want to do with these people. I said it here, and that is where we are today. And I believe Trump, by his power, is going to sack all these useless idiots. That man or the woman that promote Nigeria, remove them immediately from the most terrorist country and the genocidal country in the whole world. Biafra, we need to wake up. This is what I said, and we see it playing in our front. May God Chukwu Okike Abiama kere eluigwe n'ụwa, strengthen and protect our leaders. May Chukwu Okike Abiama strengthen everybody. This is the time to fight it brutally, to do saga brutally, word to word, mouth to mouth, bomb to bomb, whatever you would do. This is the time. We need to give Nigeria hell. We need to give them hell so that international can hear the voice and they will call us in roundtable. Which I know that everything that happened will end in roundtable, and all this mess is bringing us in roundtable on not distant time, because Chukwu Okike is now have used the vessel to sit on the high throne that control the whole world, and is a man of no nonsense. Let's push more hard. We will see Biafra in our own hand. Please, thank you for giving me this chance. God bless everyone.
Thank you so much. I think the next person is it Christian? Go ahead
Yes.
and make it. Make it.
I greet you, Karadin. Good 247. I greet you. I greet every one of you here, Biafrans, all you sons and daughters of the mighty Jokike. You see, it's very sad. It's very sad, but it's the truth. You know, it is the truth, but that truth is very sad. If you heard well from Jonathan, the lawyer, he made it clear that the Finland and Norway have somehow had an agreement with this terrorist state, and that is the reason why they are holding our prime minister down. And every one of us know this. Some of us who know the truth, who understand how this earth runs, already know that this will happen. We already know. Before they invited our prime minister for any investigation on anything, somehow deep in our minds, we already know that things like this is going to happen. Because we are dealing with the same people that is putting us in the mess that we are in. We are in this mess today because of these people. And believing that the same people will give us our freedom, then we are joking. We have to understand that whatever happened, there is no time Finland will cite us and leave their brothers. It will never happen. It's not much about what Nigeria offered them, but it's about what the French and the British have told them. There are secrets about us that we do not know, but these people know very well about it. But that is not what we should be talking about now. I think what we should be discussing is how are we going to make these people listen to us, because they must to listen to us. Enough is enough. They can't continue stepping on us. They can't continue. They can't continue playing the games on and on and on and want us to remain silent. No, things are not done that way. We are not that dumb. What are we going to do to make these people listen to us? How are we going to go about it? Are we going to start disturbing them? Are we going to turn to something that they don't want to see? What are we going to do? Are we going to start destroying their companies in our lands, or make them listen to them, because they need to listen to us? We can't continue like this. These people are hurting us. They are beating us and they don't want us to cry. It's painful. It's very, very painful. I think it's time we make them listen by force. These people are sucking our crude oil, they are sucking our gas, still they are hitting on us. It's very bad. I think we have kept silent for too long. We have kept silent for too long. We got to make them listen. We got to make them listen because they need to listen. We are not killing anybody. All we want is our own freedom. We want to be free. We want to be happy, just like they are. But if they say that we can be happy, then they will never get anything from our lands. We got to make it clear to them. Now we are government. I think it's time the government speak out and speak loud and make them understand that if this thing continue, give them time and let them know that we are going to stand on that. If they fail to listen to us from this day henceforth, that they are not going to get anything from our land again, they should go to hell. They should go to Nigeria and suck anything they want. You can't be taken from me and still at the same time you want me. It's very painful. It's very painful, my brothers and sisters. It's very painful. We have to make them understand this. Because if we say let's start going to the UN, and we will go there for the rest of our lives. Our children will come and go to the same place. Nothing will happen. I think it's time we make them listen to us. Enough is enough. This oil, this crude, all these things is ours, is ours, not their own, not their father's own, not even the so-called terrorist's own. It's ours. So why are they doing this? If they want anything from us, I think it's time they come to round table with us and discuss, because now we are not government. We are no more fighting all this rebel fight. We now want to discuss. That is why we redeclare. That is why we went to Lati to do what we did there, so that they can recognize us. So how are we going to make them recognize that? Because if we try to send them letters and or go to social media and make noise, these people are not ready to listen because they are made of evil. They are evil. We gotta let them. Mostly this one that called itself France. I think it's time we send message to them, so they will understand. Enough is enough. They are rushing building a gas pipe on their land to suck from my land, from my land. And the same people you want to suck from their land, you don't even want them to be happy. Can they do that to Russia? Can they do that to any other Europe country or even Asia country? Can they do that to them? Why must it be to Africans? Why? Because we are keeping too quiet. We are silent. Our silence have made us stupid. Keeping silent, keeping quiet, trying to make peace reign have turned us to their foot march so they can come and step on us anytime they like. They are not violent. They are not more violent than us. We are the one that just want peace to reign. I think it's time we make them. I think it's time our government to talk to them in that language they understand very well. That language that they understand very well. This is the time we tell them. If you can't do that, no oil will left. No oil, no single oil will left our land. We will bomb everything down. They should come down there and take it. Let's see if they can survive. Enough is enough. We can't continue like this. Please, we can't continue like this. I think we should talk to our government because we are all a government. We should talk to the leaders of the government. As long as they are holding our prime minister, they are holding the number one citizen of our land. You can't be holding Donald Trump in a nation in your prison and you have peace in your land. Even that Finland, that little Finland, you can't be holding their president and you have peace. And they think they can hold our own because of a terrorist state. Just come out and speak whatever they like. A land that they know that is made of terrorists. They know how Nigeria is evil. They know what Nigeria has been doing. They just turn the other side because of what they are getting. We have made this clear to them. If it's the oil you are sucking, you think if we go, you will suck it. That is a big lie. We will give it to you even more in a very good way because that is not our problem. It's not our problem. If it's the gas, that is nothing to us. We have a lot. The gas we have is even more than the one that the Russians have. It's just that the one they discovered. What of the ones they haven't discovered? I think it's time the government talk to them.
Hello. Chief, please, sorry, please, adjusting. When I sent you.
Hello?
Chief, can you hear? The Chiefs, can you hear me? Okay, continue.
So that is what we need to
Christian,
do.
round up so
Yeah,
that you can
yeah,
give
yeah,
some. I don't know why it's echoing.
I'm doing that now. I'm doing that now.
It's just
It's
echoing.
just
I don't know.
echoing. I don't know. But do you like hear what I said before?
It's not you.
It's not
I think
you.
it's
I
from
think
me.
it's from me. Okay.
We
Then
can hear
we
you.
can
Go
hear you.
ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. So for me, I think our government need to change the strategy on how we are approaching these people. We need to change the strategy. Talk to them as government. This is government now. This is not rebel fighting. This is government. We need to change the strategy. We need to stop writing letters and talk to them direct. Let them know. Make a very big message to them. Send the message to the world, and the world will hear it because we are not a government. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The point is that on the CNN news the other day, a while ago, one of the anchors said during the NSAS and the killings from Nigeria, just blatantly they said Nigeria, I mean, it's not a country of interest. That is the bottom line. We are not a country of interest. They don't give a damn whether they kill the whole of the people, everybody. They don't, as far as we are not a country of interest and they are interested in your minerals and your crude oil, your gas. I keep, every time I come on space, I hammer on this. The pipeline from Warri down to the distribution in Morocco, where these people are using the gas to fuel to keep their citizen warm during winter time. It's a no-brainer. They don't even give a damn about any of us. They don't, because they have the willing tools and puppets, our leaders. And the biggest puppet now in the whole of African continent is Ahmed Tinubu, the drug lord. He will sell the whole of that Nigeria out. He does not give a damn about anything. He is one of the most selfish, self-centered person created. Between 1 to 5 most corrupt person in the world. He spent over 1 million, is it 2 million to clean his image? Your image can never be clean. You have been persecuted. Persecuted in Chicago. It will remain in your record for life. No amount of money to clean your image. This particular president that is in the zoo does not give a damn about anybody. The shame of our brothers and sisters from Biafra that is working with the zoo is the most painful thing of all. You heard Sharia law is going to be up and thriving in Ekiti State. The whole of the West is almost covered in it. They are relentlessly coming into Biafra land. And our brothers and sisters are working with them for them to achieve this. Tinubu is behind everything that is going on. And he does not give a damn as long as he remains in power, his family remains in power. He doesn't care about anybody. So that is what we are facing. Europe, as long as Europe look after their citizens, they need the gas. Russia is giving them tough time, so they need this gas. There is no way you will go. They need the gas. Even Donald Trump that is here, Donald Trump is a transactional leader that deals in transaction. Nigeria has just signed $1 billion worth of contract, a military contract, military hardware with America. These people don't give a damn about anybody. They keep quiet and put a blind eye. That is what is going on. That is what is going on, Biafrans. So that is where we are. Ben Chooks, you are welcome to the space, the co-host. I'll give you the mic before we go down to, is it Smiley and Maniugo? Go ahead, Ben Chooks.
Thank you so much, my sister Claudine. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all of you that attended the press briefing today from our DPM. My dear brothers and sisters of Biafrans, from the latest update we had today from Anthony Levy, it has made it clear that Finland is playing an advocate, a devil advocate, by holding our PM. It has given us the imperative that our future, our destination is in our hand. We need not to complain to anyone anymore. We need not to be lamenting or complaining or saying anything. Our freedom is in our hand. Right from this moment, then it's up to us to know the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do? Is to look forward to the government. We have redeclared our nation. We have collected the legitimacy document that embark us in our self-defense, that embark us in everything we lay our hand on now, that embark us to fight for our full right freedom. That is what we have now. We don't look at any sideways anymore. You can see that the role the Northern Europe is playing now is showing that the African they are not to be recognized at all. That whatever they like, they can do with our mineral resources, and you do not have any right to do whatever you want to do. So they are bidding all the evil. They are stooges. are giving them right to do whatever they are doing. So we have to stand on our feet now. Without wasting your time, I can see some people who want to make their own submission. Many, uh, is it many Ugo, please can you mute your mic and tell us what you think about it? Thank you. Is many is not Ugo is not there? Smile, can you mute your mic, please?
Uh, Good evening. Can you all hear me? It's Mani Ugo here.
Oh, Mani Ugo,
Yeah.
sorry for that.
That's
Mani
okay.
Ugo, you
That's
can
okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, all protocols observed. Um, yes, I listened to the briefing. I'm so disappointed. But hello, we know this. We know this is exactly how they play their game. I'm not going to take so much time, but I think what we need to do now is we need to be more focused on social media more than anything else. Like on this Twitter now, I mean, I remember when we were agitating during Mazen Amdekanu's period, we tried as much as possible to get so many people involved in Twitter. If we can do the same now, get as much people as possible involved in Twitter and raising hashtags, because in my opinion, it is more effective than actually speaking to these people. Because what we are trying to do is we're trying to make those in power uncomfortable on their seats. For instance, whoever's sitting at the ambassadorial office in Nigeria representing Finland, she's the human being. She's going to be questioned by her own people if we push in so much pressure. We make them realize that these people are being racist towards us as well. We're fighting for our rights. We're not doing anything bad. Simon Epa has not committed any offense, and it's obvious to the whole world. But the whole world has to know. How do they know? Let us make social media more effective. Send hashtags. If possible, go back to getting phone numbers of all these countries or all these influential countries.
Mani
On
Ugo, we
vote.
cannot hear from you again.
Oh, hello. Can you hear from me now?
Yes, it's coming out now.
Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, but like I said, 50 million votes. I mean, we should have enough people on Twitter to send messages across, hashtags, everything, disturb the whole world. Let everyone know we're a nation now. Send hashtags everywhere. United Nations, all the countries. There are certain countries that would support us. I know that for sure. You know, but always expecting maybe one of these countries like America and all the rest to fight for us. They might do, but it might take a lot of time. It might take so much time. I mean, Simon Ekpa, where he is right now, we have to make sure we do everything within our reach to get him released. If we can send hashtags, if we can, you know, phone calls, make lots of phone calls like we did last time. I remember when we were calling embassies, we were calling. If we do things like that, make them uncomfortable, then something might be done. And then we can also approach, you know, national dailies like Washington Post, New York Post, all this. Send hashtags. I think we're a bit relaxed. I think I'm not blaming anybody for this, but I think we should be more vicious about this now. Everybody, all hands on deck. I think that's all I can say for now. I think my connection is getting
Yeah,
worse.
thank you so much. Thank you
But
so
yeah,
much for
yeah.
your
Thank you,
submission.
brother. Yeah.
Thank you. You see, something so wonderful, something so miserable How can a victim be penalized and the offenders is jubilating? That is what is just playing role here. Instead of offenders to be indicted, the terrorist country that is damaging, killing, suffering people, now they turn it upside down. It's now the victim is now paying the price. How? My brother, Smile Amuzie, can you omit your mic? Thank you.
Mazil, go. Just let me add something to. No, sorry, Ben Chooks. Can you hear me, Ben Chooks?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Just what Mani underscore Ugo said just now. I personally has been tagging as many people as I can. That's what I do. At least I send a tag. I think even Alex Stubb, they will ask him if the handlers of his ex handle will say there is a name that they see every day. I tag him almost every. At least I send about 2 tags to him every day. That is what I do. So it's a good suggestion which is welcoming. But the fact still remains that the citizens of these countries are the ones that can move mountain. A lot of the citizens do not know the atrocity their government is committing. And that's the truth. If we can get information to the citizens of the country and people who matters in terms of human rights that have conscience, I am telling you, things will move. Because they know their citizens' right is very strong wherever they are in terms of election. So we need to find a way, because I've been tagging their police, their foreign affairs and all of those. But it is the citizen themselves that need to know the atrocity their country is committing against people like ourselves. And that is what I wanted to add to what Mani under Ugo has said. Thank you. I yield my mic back to you, Ben Chooks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
My
my
brother,
sister.
Smile
Please let
Ume,
me
go
add
ahead.
something. I just want to add something to what our sister just said now, because that is the reason why I raised my hand. Oh yes, Smile Amuzie again. Before I go on, ekele m ndị mbụ, kele ndị ọkpụ na ndị egede, kele eke, kele orie, kene afọ, kene nkwọ, kene ikwu, kene ibe. Asị m ọ ga-adịrị nwoke mma, dịrị nwaanyị mma, ise, ise, ise. The reason why I raised my hand, that is exactly. It is a time for us to reactivate. Look, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was arrested 2015, 2016, there was massive creation of awareness through demonstration. Not even, I'm talking about the outside country. That demonstration and activities was one of the easiest way we were reaching out the indigenes. We were reaching out the citizens of various countries. And by that means, we were getting the real activists, the activists of the citizens of various countries from the local communities, local state. I can remember here in Germany, we were even having city demonstration, state demonstration, going to almost every month. And by that means, we were now even getting people. It was during the time of such kind of constant demonstration that we got to even know that there is a very known magazines newspaper industry that is called Spiegel, was established because of the Biafra in 1967 to 1970 because of the Biafran children that were dying in Kwashoko, in Göttingen. And that was when we find out that these people even have a museum, Biafra Museum in Göttingen here in Germany. That was when we begin to find out. I still even have some record. There was an event in our local community where they invited us and we went there. What the person that I met in that place, I was shocked when he was telling me the relationship between him, our internal leader, Colonel Odimegwoju Ikemba, Colonel Odimegwojuku. I was shocked. My people, my fellow people that we were together, everybody was shocked. And he was, I mean, so I think, yes, before, when this demonstration and all these things was stopped, was because we were just doing it then, was just because of release Mazen Namdekalo. Then after release Mazen Namdekalo, we continued the demonstration without, let me just say it, without, without it being really, really organized or having something that another thing after the release of Mazen Namdekalo, another thing that we want to achieve, we want to target, we want to achieve. So now that we have redeclared Biafra, we are now Biafra. This is the time that we need to spark it again. This is the time that we have to spark it again. We need a constant event, a constant march out, a constant, so that then as our government, the people, our secretary, the USB government are working in the offices, we will be marching together with them. If there is any place that they are going to the foreign affairs ministry to submit later, we will march in mass. They will go there and submit the letter so that the people that are receiving that letter, they will see our government official representative and then also see we also that know to know that then both in the grassroots and also in the high level that we are everywhere. We need to get back because that demonstration, that communication, that reaching out to the local citizens, indigenous people of every community and every place that we find ourselves was helping us very, very well. And we really need to spark it again without looking anybody face. So that is, as my sister was talking about, both in the two, because even that thing was also helping to was helping us to be in the social media. Not just only that we write article, but you begin also to see the activities that is taking place, what people are. The demonstration even motivate the people at home, if not because of some idiotic people just come out and then begin to waste the life of our people unnecessarily. So this is my own suggestion. If we can look into it now, plan it very well this time around, come up with more sophisticated strategy that our marching out will be having a very great effect. Even if it is, if possible, sometimes when we march out, all these activists and all these lawyers and uh, 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 all these people, they will come out also address Biafrans openly. And then each and every time we will have a target where we are going. If it is those government officials or the embassies, like what is happening now, we're supposed to be, in fact, by the time we begin to march in every Finland embassy, in every country, many countries that our people are, okay, then the Finland they now. Okay, then the Finland they now. It's not just only one. By the time all the ambassadors all over the world begin to receive letters and begin to see Biafrans, okay, they now. The same thing by the time that they begin to receive information about Mazen Namdekalo, a lot of things will change. They cannot we can't continue this way. We can't just keep on. So for me, this is the thing that government should look into, and then let's get to work. Let's get to work. And I believe if we start as quickly as possible that we start it, including our people at home, it will ginger them, it will give them morale. You know, even our angels at home, it will give them morale. So when they are working in that place, and then we are also working in that place, then it will make the people who feel that they will continue working in that Berlin conference plan. And then it will help them to understand that then, no, the people that are talking about Biafra today are not the same people that talked about it in 1967 and 1970. That is my own suggestion. I rest my mic here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Sorry, Ben Chooks. Quickly, Smiley. It's very noble and it is a good thing. But we know what does protest and all of that. What does it get us? What Simon Ekpa and Mazinam Dekano was doing was more effective, and that is why they kept both of them out. What we do is organize ourselves as a government and continue to do what the current government is doing is the noble thing. The recognition from other countries. Not all the countries will reject us like these other ones that have because of their own selfish interests. We continue to seek recognition, but our activities on the ground, the defense of our country will be the paramount shift here. Will be the shift in everything. I am telling you. And that is what they were fearing. Musa was crying, practically crying from one media house to the other. He was crying. Hey, the helicopter can't see, the terrain is not friendly. Oh, Simon Ekpa, the power, these are crying everywhere like a baby. Begging Tinubu. Tinubu, you have to make sure you do everything. Sell Nigeria to, if you don't sell Nigeria, Nigeria will not be won because Simon Ekpa will do what he's saying he's going to do. And he's done it anyway. He's done it. Let Finland keep him. Let him out of the way. And when he's out of the way, we get some other people to disrupt what they are doing. And the thing will fizzle out. The message to you, Christopher Musa and the drug lord Ahmed Tinubu, you have failed. Completely failed. It will never stop. Because what we are doing is the right thing. Never. Never, 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 it will never stop. All peoples shall have the right to existence. Biafrans have the right to existence. They shall have the unquestionable and inalienable right to self-determination. They shall freely determine their political status and shall pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. The stupid African Charter said that Africa that has continually killed their people, supporting the drug lord. That is the charter that they have said. We are not going to back out. We are going to continue to do what we are doing. By the time we are fully organized, our military is fully organized, they will hear from us because the zoo does not understand any language. The West does not understand any language. They will hear from us. They will hear from us. We've had eloquent writers like Michael Rubin, who has not given us anything. We have not given him anything. He said that Blinken believed that this is what he said. He said Biafran's leaders suggested, this was a long this was the article he wrote before our convention that we went for the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. He said Biafran's leaders suggest they could declare independence as soon as this autumn. Biafran, it seems, wants self-determination. even if they do not declare independence. However, the Nigerian government, listen to this, the Nigerian government unwillingness, this is way before we were going to declare our independence, unwillingness to address the ethnic persecution and anti-Christian discrimination cannot continue. He is saying it cannot continue, but it has continued. Blinken believed he could. Blinken said that Anthony Blinken. Michael Rubin is saying Anthony Blinken believed he could sweep persecution under the carpet in the name of diplomacy. All they think is doing their diplomacy they are doing. He believed that if the State Department refrained from criticizing the Nigerian leadership bigotry, Washington and Abuja might enjoy smooth relationship. It is impossible. It is impossible because we are here. It is impossible to paper over such persecution. However, by refusing to demand that Nigerians treat all its citizens equally and respect their culture, religion, freedom, Blinken and the State Department demonstrated that Biafrans could never and would never work within the system. And that is the reason why we went to Levy, Finland on the 28th, and from the 29th to the 3rd of December, where we had to restore the declaration of the restoration of independent states of Biafra. Because of this single point here, Michael Rubin said, Biafrans could not walk within the system. And that is what is happening. So he's advising the Trump government. And he's saying a more astute U.S. policy, whether under Donald Trump or by that time Harris was there, he said, must acknowledge the reality of decay of Nigerian persecution towards greater autonomy, if not an internationally supervised referendum to confirm that Biafra Republic in exile polls result. So what he's saying is that this Trump government must make sure that they must recognize us, and it's no longer to their interest for the continuation of the Nigerian persecution on us. And that is what is happening. The rest of the world must know that. It is no more an excuse. You cannot hide under ignorance. We are in the 21st century. They know the truth, but we have to force that truth out of them. The only thing, my suggestion is the citizens of these countries and our activities on ground will be what we shake the whole thing that we are doing. Nigerian army is an illegal occupier in our land, and we shall treat them so. Thank you. I yield my mic back to you, Ben Chooks.
Thank you so much, my sister Skradin, for putting that clarification. Brother, can everyone share this space, please? Share so that more people will join us. Mr. Ezebiro, can you mute your mic? Ezebiro, are you there? Can you mute your mic? Ezebiro is not there. My brother Simon Izuchukwu, can you mute your mic? Is Simon there? Simon is not there.
Simon here, I think he's made his own submission. What's this person? I think, is it a fair?
Ike, can you go? Ezebiro is not there. Mr. Ike, can you go mute your mic?
Umuchineke, good evening. Umuchineke, Renu, Mono, Kwezo, no, good evening, Onyabla. Bro, good evening. Anti-Cladims, I greet you specially. Double salute, man. I fortunately for me, I missed when Bro Go started this space. I can see special guest attorney Dr. Levy. I missed his I don't know if I missed what he said anyway, but I saw a letter now in the Jumbotron, and I've read that. That's a very sweet letter, a very good one. I'm sending it to my group in Israel right now. But the special goes to go anywhere. We need that letter to go to. I just wanted to say something because when Auntie Claire was talking concerning the deal signed by Nigerian state with America. That deal was signed in a haste because they know that Trump is coming. So they want to see whatever they can benefit all over the world to try to fight, that is military weapons. It has not come to Nigeria. It has not even been shipped yet. But I am expecting that Trump will not do that. Based on the first Tucano jet that was given to Nigeria, there was a description there that says that Tucano jet should not be flown in the southeastern part of Nigeria. That Tucano jet was mainly for the use against terrorism, Boko Haram, and others in the north. So for any reason for it to be flown in the southeastern part of Nigeria, if we have a coverage of it, that is enough for Trump not to give any weapon to Nigeria, anything like military weapon, till further notice, and possibly prosecute Nigeria for failing to keep their end of the bargain of that agreement when they get that to Kano jet. That is one. Two, I also want us to understand that there is a religious war. There is a religious war systematically going on, and Donald Trump is a religious warrior as well. Let me say that he has a calling to do in the world, and these Islamist extremists, they know. So we have to use that as well as be able to penetrate any government so that we can be safe like Poland. Biafra land can be safe like Poland, whereby it's a Christian nation, a Jewish nation. We must have our line. The world has to bend towards this now. Because if you look at what is happening in the world, Europe, they are all in the same problem with Islamic immigrants, trying to conquer them, trying to bring Sharia law. This is happening in Germany, it's happening in London, it's happening in France, it's happening in some states in America. We can go on and on. So Donald Trump understands this by faith. He is aware. So emotionally and in all our writing, whatever, we must be able to capture these two things to the international world, to the international, less like a government, like one of our brothers was saying. We should be able to put it in writing as a government to the international community. This is a worry presently now. One about Islamist religious terrorist group and the growth. They know it is happening right before their eyes. Man, Britain, UK is happening. So this is a very good excuse to be able to have a Christian nation in Africa. Let us be able to carve out ourselves. Benjamin Netanyahu. We have Jews among us. Nali Igbo, I'm with Jews, I'm with the Christians, and other traditionalists. What we don't want is Islam. It's a good ground as well. So I want to encourage us not to give up, and like our brother here have advised us, we should keep marching hand to hand as government. Yes, we are already doing it. We are doing it. I saw a letter that was sent to Israel. I've also passed that to the people I know in Israel to be able to help us push it to the highest authority so that they can start making. We need recognition as fast as possible. I am Abalio, our government, every representative here in government, you are all trying. I salute you all because we were any country here before. Yes, ha nwere interest in our oil. We are not looking at that. Ihe anyị nwa na-eme ịgbakọ ego dị wee nwee mmeri gote ihe ọbụla anyị need inwe mmeri. We are really trying. If we are ready to, my government can decide that. Unu get discuss. You are the ones that will discuss it and say whether you want to give anybody gas, go ahead. Can do that so that they can give us our freedom. What we need is we want to be freeborn, we want to be free. So it is all in your hands. I pray for God's directive upon every cabinet member, my COS, our assistant, Secretary of State, Information, our Finance Minister, Secretary of Finance, every cabinet member. I pray for more wisdom, more directive on all of you God will continue to give you light. Through the gods of our ancestors will continue to guide you through the right way to bring our recognition as fast as we come, as can come. I need Ria. It is possible. There's nothing God cannot do. Mazinam Kanu said it will come like a miracle. It can come like a miracle this year. Come around on Wani, let's capture it. If we have representative in the Sahel states too as well, in Mali, look at Mali just announced. Suppose Trump name announced male and female is the only recognized gender in the world. Mali has announced the same thing. They are keen into this thing. They are keen into it. The real problem that we are really facing is the bad government that entered Nigeria. Let us key. Let's try and key. And if we can get diplomats in Mali, in the Sahel states, good and fine. Let's key into our brothers to people that wants to remove themselves from this new colonialism and imperialism. We have to. Auntie Clem has said it completely. Tinubu is the number one lobbyist for any rubbish that can happen in the world. Look at France. Anywhere you see France, France is trying to decolonize there. It's happening now in the north. It's happening now in Nigeria, but people are not seeing it. France is already doing it now like this in Nigeria. It has not come down south or west, but they are systematically coming down south using these their laws. You know how using Sharia, whatever. We are their problem. Indibo, southeast, old eastern region, we are the problem. Biafra is their problem. So they are in a haste. They have a time frame. They are in a haste. But by the special grace of God, now that go, we too will have to act as fast. Everyone will have in a haste. We too have to be in a haste. As they are in a haste to achieve their aim, we too have to be in the same haste. Everybody, wherever you are in the world, you have a role to play. In America, anywhere in Africa, you have a very strong diplomatic role to play. Please, I beg on you. You have a role to play. There's something you can do. It's something you can do. It's not a must that my COS must fly. No flying. What has happened to Mazinam we don't want it to happen to any of us. No flying anywhere. We have people. We are everywhere in the world. You have a role to play. It's a call to serve. There's something you can do. Please, I beg you all. So on this note, I'm going to yield.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother Ike. Thank you. Thank you for your advice. It's highly appreciated. Thank you. I've called as the bureau. Are you there? Can you emit your mic? Are you still there or not? Okay, Mazi Otumwamaya. Not only you is awake. Everyone is awake now. Can you mute your mic?
Oh, good evening from here. Wonderful people. Go 247. I see you. Thank you. Mike Clara Danes. Good evening from here. Manchus. Good evening, wonderful people. Is it IK or the Israel guy? Greetings. Somehow I've been listening, but I'm not. My whole focus is not here. But I heard my name. Decided to speak. So, but the topic Finland. I felt disappointed while I was in Finland after our Prime Minister praised this Finnish people. We gave these people everything. We were like, oh, it is done. But that is as a lesson to everybody. A big lesson that these Caucasians, you can't trust them. Can't even trust our own. Not to talk of people who caged you, people that are working hand in hand with you. All the entirety of West, they are together. They can't betray each other. They are in one union, trying to survive with Africa. But that is, by the way, what we have to be looking for now is use this opportunity to get Trump's attention, or we go to Plan B. This plan B, we have been trying with the West and America, and they've been failing us. Let us, look the other side. Look at Togo. What's their name today? They are their country is now doing better. Traore, what's this country?
Burkina
That
Faso.
country, Burkina Faso. And we can as well go to where Burkina Faso is now. And I believe will make a difference. Someone suggested this to me last year. I said, well, I don't know what if our prime minister will accept that. But let's see what Trump can do. Trump is on the top. We can get attention from his children. We can get to somebody who know him that can link us to him. Once that name is mentioned, we can, get somebody who will take us to Trump. If that is a very difficult one, I believe his children will be an easy one. If anybody who knows them can just get to them, then like this, they will go to their father and bring our case to the table. Nothing much, but we'll keep fighting. But when I saw what these people, Norway, did to Cho, then I said, these people, you can't trust these people. They are the same. Let us go to Russia. They won't.
Thank you so much, Mazi Tumamaya. You see, this is why sometimes I used to throw this question to people and argue with people. I ask them, what is the difference between diplomacy and hypocrisy? People start bluffing up and down. They start bluffing up and down. It's not my words, it's English words. Diplomacy and hypocrisy, they are the same. Maybe some people will argue with me. Some people may not argue with me. I will give you time to define and tell you how two of them become the same. The so-called the West, in quote, the West, that's what they call themselves. They are the worst hypocrisy we can see, beyond every imagination. They will hit on inside the bush and come outside on the roads asking you who did it. They are all the same. Imagine a kind of man like our PM who served the nation in their military force, served them in the political aspects, once a member of the parliament, but decided to say, no, I want to free my people. I want to release them from the bondage. I don't want them to suffer anymore. They need a freedom. As I'm living in the land of people who 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 knows what freedom is. Now they try to cage him for no reason. You see, I keep on saying it every time. Our freedom is in our hand. Nobody is going to give you your freedom. It depends on how you play it, how you want it. Everything is in your palm. One of our brother, Jimmy Cliff, he said, you can get it if you really want. It's not my word. Mazi Chooks, can you meet your mic and tell us what you have in mind? Chooks, are you there? Chooks? Chooks, are you there? Can you omit your mic? Chooks is not there. My sister Claudine, do you have something to add on?
Yes. Please, Biafrans, come up and let's discuss this. We are not going to stay long on the space. This space is a very short space, but it is an important because the press briefing, for those who did not attend the press briefing, we did play Anthony Levy's presentation to us regarding the current situation of what Finland and Norway is doing at the moment regarding Chua Ayoba and Simon Ekpa Njoku. So I don't know, Ugo, if you are less busy, if you could repeat that, if you could play that, if you could replay that for us, we'll appreciate it. He played it earlier on at the beginning of the space. So that is all what the discussion is all about. The discussion is about how everybody is fighting Biafra. And it's the same thing that is happening to the Ambazonians as well. And the reason why they are doing this for Biafra and Ambazonia, they know that we are close together, we are doing the same thing, and we have these resources. And they know that. They want to continually, these resources is what they have been using all these years. The zoo said they had their independence in 1960. Since 1960, this is going, or this October, it was it not in, is that how they, I think it's that 64 years now. They haven't done anything with this amount of resources they got from our area, from our land, from Biafra land. You know, they have used it to enrich themselves. They have given it for free to their cronies who we call neo-colonizers. They say there's no, they haven't, the colonization has stopped, but these are neo-colonizers. The countries that are topping this is France and the rest of the other countries in Europe, and now the Nordic countries have followed up. Everybody is having the cake. Everybody is taking their own share of the cake, and the owners are being persecuted. The perpetrators are the ones persecuting the people who are the ones suffering this oppression. The Nigerian Zoo Army, the Nigerian government are the ones who have rehabilitated Boko Haram, ISWAPs, and other terrorists in their government, in their military, ship them down to Biafran land to kill people willingly. They abduct people. They take people from their homes, even from their homes. Mostly, and they then burn homes, burn markets. These are the atrocity they commit right in Biafra land. And all of these people who have kept quiet, they know the truth. They know this is what is playing, this is what is going on. But obviously everybody is put a blind eye because it's what we call best interest. It is for their best interest to keep quiet. It is their best interest not to see what the genocidal criminal act that is being perpetrated against the Biafran people. It is their best interest to be muted. It is their best interest to join in the hands, to join the killers and the perpetrators of these heinous crimes against indigenous people, especially in the country called Nigeria and in Biafra land. It is their best interest that they will continue continually persecute us and subjugate us and join our killers in order to continue to take our resources willingly and to make sure their own citizen is doing well and their own country is doing well. It is their best interest that they will use this same money, this money they get from our own land, they will, one way or the other, indoctrinate our own people to fight against us. And it is their best interest to know that the whole of our land is now turning into a Sharia country where the Quran is being deep, almost being deep in the Atlantic Ocean, where every Christian is being persecuted. It is their own best interest that whatever comes out of it, as long as their business is going fine, and then the African continent will remain a country where they will continue to give grants to, or they will continue to support, or where there is a disaster, they will go and do entertainment, or they will then contribute money. It is where it is their best interest to continue to subjugate us like that. Oh, Africa cannot govern themselves. Nigeria can never be broken. Now it is sacrosanct, you do not break Nigeria. It is their best interest to keep us the way we are. That is their best interest. And that best interest, it is not our own best interest. And we must do something to make sure our best interest, it is our own best interest is promoted as well. And that is what we are doing here. That is what we are talking here. Our government is doing their own, they are trying and they are doing what they need to do. They continue to do the recognition for Biafra because Chuko Kika Biama have said Biafra will come. That is why the 29th will remain in the history of Biafra as a day Biafra will never forget. That pronunciation cannot be taken back. That 29th November, irregardless of all their shenanigans, irregardless of their superpower that they have, it has been pronounced. It can never be taken back. They can slow us, but that 29th of November 2024 can never, will never be taken back. We will build on that 29th of November. We will succeed, irregardless of all the distraction, irregardless of trying to slow us down. It will not stop us. Because we know now. I knew from the beginning that the Musas of the world, the Christopher Musas and the drug lords are not the problem. The problem are the people they call themselves superpower. They call themselves the West. They are the problem. They are the ones that they can see atrocity being committed against indigenous people in the zoo, and they have decided to be muted for their best interest. That is the issue here. And we must do something regarding that. Go ahead, Ben Chooks.
Thank you so much, Sister Claudine, for that clarification. You see why I've said that the world praises nothing but evil. When they are cheating you, when they are subjugating you, when they are reaping from you, they don't care who you are. When they found out that you don't share the same value with them, then they don't regard you as anything. Why I'm saying that hypocrisy and diplomacy, they are the same father and the same mother, they are the same blood, they are the same thing. Imagine Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and brought to Nigeria. And every Dick and Harry knows that this is the highest crime against humanity. The highest crime a government will perpetrate against an individual. But nobody says anything. Highest thing they'll say, let us go for political resolution, or not nonsense they call it. What does it mean? let us go and meet him in the jail or in the where he is and ask him to drop what he is asking for. He's not asking for anything, rather to free my people. He's not the first person. He's not the second person. Neither he will be the last. Political resolution, what does it mean? Diplomacy. Our PM is being caged here in Finland. Like our brother Chu Ayuba also in the north, Norway. Still with the same thing. Do they commit this crime? They're accusing them into the land. The answer is no. Have you seen any Westerner being arrested in Africa or in a foreign land for offense or crime he did not commit into that very land? That will show you the kind of hypocrisy. When an individual did something, it becomes a hypocrisy. But when a country perpetuates evil, it becomes a diplomacy. Diplomacy to kill. Diplomacy to subjugate, to mute, to keep you in perpetual slavery. That is what is called diplomacy. How long are you going to wait for all this evil to be perpetrating in our own eyes? Enough is enough. Now we're going to take plan C. Hence plan A doesn't work, plan B doesn't work. Then we're going to try plan C. That is why we are in new dimension. New dimension is like an autopilot. It can take your action in any different form. You have every right because what you are doing is your right. Dear friends, can you request Mike? Claudine, can you see if, because I try to bring some people, my system doesn't allow me. I don't know why. I can see somebody requesting Mike, but I cannot be able to bring him up. Majigo, are you there? Thank you so much.
So yeah, Epa was trying to request for Mike. Let him try and come back again. I think it's just difficult. I don't know whether it's just like an attack or something.
He's come up now. He's come up.
Oh, all right, brilliant.
Yeah, he's come up. Mazi Eberimak, do you have something on the table? Mazi Eberimak, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm on listening ground.
Yeah, come on, fire on.
Just give me some time. I'll be with the people. I'm listening ground. I'm on
Okay,
something.
thank you so much.
I'll...
When you are ready, let us know. So that is it. So
what about Maxi Chooks?
Maxi Chooks, I've tried to call him to meet, but he's not making any move.
He has to come up and say something.
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Okay. Can you unmute your mic, please?
Good evening. Am I coming out?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. So, yeah.
But your background is not so good.
Sorry.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. It's okay now.
Okay. I salute you, Mr. Benchooks, and our able lady, Ladims. Salute every Biafran. Thank you for this meeting tonight. I want to say some few things without wasting much of our time. Since when I was a citizen of Nigeria, since the history of that country, the only language that country understands very well is violence, fighting. They don't like peace. Nigeria never loved peace. What they like is do it by violence. That's the language they understand. Talking about Finland, I knew with any country that gets involved with this Nigeria, people must be corrupted. The day I heard that they invited our prime minister for questioning, that was when I knew that the game have changed. It is no longer what we think it is. This was how they kidnapped our leader and then brought him back to Nigeria. Our leader has been going to court. Nigeria provide evidence. No evidence, nothing. Delaying him because of Biafra. And now the next person is Mazi Simon Ekpa, delaying him, no evidence, nothing, just delaying him like that. Well, my people, my fellow Biafrans, let me suggest this. Can we bring up, because this is the time we should contribute massively, raise funds. Listen, if we are waiting for the international powers to come for this matter, it can never happen. They will never look into Biafra matter as far as Nigeria is concerned, because the source of their bread today is from Biafra land. Any day
Yeah,
they wake up.
Benchooks. Sorry, my brother. Eze, please, Benchooks. Mouthpiece is requesting.
Okay. Sister Claudine, can you look on the request side, because my system couldn't allow me to pick up somebody up. Can you check the request?
At the moment, nobody is requesting. Maybe the person requested and left. But whoever is requesting should come back. And if I see, I'll bring the person in. Go ahead.
So the international community cannot look into this. To me, I used to tell some people, I said, over there, any day they wake up and see the sun, they go to Thanksgiving, because we are the source of their bread. They are getting a lot from us. And to me, if as a wise human being, I cannot terminate the source of my bread, and anything that will come to terminate it will be my enemy. So these people will not look into this matter. The plan A failed, the plan B failed. Now I'm suggesting in this plan C, let us bring up our soldiers. If it's going to take money, raise the funds. Let's bring up our look at Burkina. I think is in Niger or Burkina Faso. Now they brought in Russia into their matter. They invited Russia into their matter. And today, if you go there, you see what is happening. Let's bring up our soldiers, because these people, they don't understand peace language. And I don't think they will understand it. They have the money, which they make out of our own resources. And then still, they don't want us to have rest. You know, talking about rule of law, when it has to do with killing of Biafrans, they will forget about the law, human rights. But when it has to do with the freedom of the Biafran, they will remember rule of law. I was watching somebody was just talking today and talking and talking. I said, my friend, do you have sense? What are you talking about? We are here talking about the freedom of your people, even you yourself, and you are busy telling me nonsense. And the person was like, hey, there is no way this Biafra will come. There is no way this and that. And I didn't want to get angry with him. I just left that environment. Let us bring up our soldiers, raise more funds, bring them up. If there is any organization in the international quarter where they need to be registered, recognized as soldiers, or as a soldier of a nation, we will do it. And now when they are legally registered, they can now begin to work publicly, openly, and can now involve any country. You know, all these countries that are their enemies, we can make them our friends. I know countries that are enemies of Nigeria. In fact, they don't like them. We can make them our friends. Bring in their military soldiers, sign an agreement with them, bring in their military soldiers, and then give it to Nigeria. If we are waiting for Britain and other people to come in and then begin to, no, it won't happen. It won't happen. So, my fellow Biafrans, this is my humble suggestion. Our Prime Minister have tried. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have tried. And I can see the evidence and the efforts of our Deputy Prime Minister. And she is doing her best. And I know all the government officials in the Biafran Republic are doing their possible best, working towards our recognition. But my people, agwofonyehu.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chooks. As we cannot hear from you again, thank you for that submission. I think it's time we shall be looking for plan C. Yeah, this is time we shall be looking for plan C, so that we can get our axle together.
Is to be involved. Please, my brethren. Already Nigeria is cursed.
Thank you.
So,
Ekperima, are you there?
I submit. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ekperima, are you there? Are you ready?
Yes, like I said, just give me like 2 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
No, we're gonna put you down, Perima, for now.
So,
When you are ready, you come back.
yeah. If you want to make your submission, make it now.
No, he will come back. I've
Okay.
been Mouthpiece, I can't find you, but I don't know. Maybe Ugo can try and see if they can find you and bring you in. I can't seem to find you at all.
Yeah, likewise to me. I was trying to look for her. I can't find her. Can't find her. So if she's using a different profile or not, I don't know, but I can't find her at all.
No, at times they just make her virtual and it's very difficult. It's just an attack on her this thing. She's just so difficult. Yeah, so Benchus, just give me a few seconds. I'll join you in a minute. Please go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. So I try to recollect what our leader Mazin Namdi Kano said. He said, we are going to get Biafra, but it will be the last miracle on the earth. So Biafrans, if you check and see what goes around and what we are going through for this very journey of liberty is something spectacular. Someone can imagine that will happen to him or her. We have lost many souls. We have lost many things, access. And still, we're still on the verge, on the way to that promised land. Whenever we try to make a very good welcome back, one thing or the other we try to strike us down. Please, we should not give up. We should not give up. This is a time we have to come together to put hand on the decks. We have a very good lioness, which, if you go in the life of lion, is the women, is the female lion always fights for the children, fights for their whole house.
Benchuk's mouthpiece is here.
Is here?
Yeah, and then another person is here. Yeah, mouthpiece, go ahead. Welcome to the
That's
space.
good.
Sorry, we couldn't find you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I had to use this one. I had to
I
use this
know.
one because
I
you know when they see me they get agitated, you know. They
Yeah.
because they know that my spirit is too much for them. So they won't allow.
My sister, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Go ahead. Let them.
Thank
They're
you.
not go. They're not go fit. They're not go fit. They don't fail. They don't fail. 2020. Can you imagine if we didn't have 29? You see all these people. That 29 don't kill all of them. Go ahead.
Now them go tire. I greet you, go 247. I greet you, my wonderful sister Clara Deans, the Amazon herself. And I greet you, Ben Chilux. Mandem Dewo, Otu Mwamwanya, Imukwanya. All my wonderful, wonderful brothers and sisters, I greet each and every one of you. Now, I want to say this to you. All these hypocrites, all these Western words, they talk to us about peace, human rights, you name it. All those self-determination, you can rule yourself, you can do this, you can do that. And then they plan proxy wars to keep on enslaving and keep on enslaving us in perpetuity. Unfortunately for them, they don't know how determined we are. And I say to each and every one of you, if there's anybody you work for or anyone you know in any government, wherever you are, try speaking to them and try asking how you can get to their government to support the recognition of Biafra. I have also appealed to our government to make sure that all those these main 5 African countries that are now chasing France out, because in Europe the main problem Africa has is France, because France don't care whether you live or die. All they want is your natural resources. Whether all of you will die, they don't care. All they want is to take from you and take care of their people. And I said to them, you talk to us about self-determination. You talk to us about not coming to your countries to seek asylum because you sponsor proxy wars in every inch of African soil. You don't want us to stay and live and thrive in our own land. You stay in your country, you come to Africa, you take from us and make sure that we do not live and thrive in our own land. I say to America, and I say to Trump, and I say to Elon Musk, and I say to JD Vance, all of you good people, it is time to set Biafra free. Biafrans have died and suffered enough. We are not coming to your borders. We are not coming we're not trying to migrate and come into your country. All we need is your support and recognition of Biafra's redeclaration and independence so that we can go back home and live and thrive in our own land. We are not looking for trouble. Look at how hypocrisy is everywhere in the whole world. They talk about Israel being able to defend itself from attack, but Biafrans don't have any right to defend ourselves. We can just stay while they come and kill us like chickens. Look at our people that died supporting Trump. Look at our people that died supporting Israel. Do you see or hear anyone from Israel government coming to support Biafra? Never. Because we are nothing for them. Every day I see our people. How far? Let me just ask our people. I also supported Israel's right to defend itself. But has Israel or anyone ever come out publicly to say that Biafrans have every right to defend its, for us to defend ourselves? They don't care about us. Michael Jackson said it. They don't care about us. And I say to all of you, it is time we look inwards. It is time to face Africa. It is time to go to the African countries that have that have consolidated and are ready to stand on their own. It is time we start looking inwards. It is time we start calling on Mama Africa. I thank you all. I yield.
Thank you so much, the mouthpiece of the gods. You have done it. Ekperima, are you ready now? Ekperima, are you ready now to talk?
Yes, good evening from Biafran land, homeland.
Please, it's Marcus or the God still talking because I can't hear anybody. So I'll give my own submission.
Yeah, then we have to go down. Then I bring request again, please. Ekperima, can you go ahead?
So,
Can
okay,
everybody hear me?
Yes, we
I
can
think
hear
I'm
you. Go
having a
ahead.
background. No, I should go ahead, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, wonderful Biafrans from Biafra land, precisely. We are in homeland. After I can say that after this today broadcast from our Deputy Prime Minister, I felt so heavy-hearted. I felt so heavy-hearted. Why? I look around, I check on some of my friends, my loved ones who have gone. I let me say this, let me say something. Let me say something. I want to say this thing today. I want to make it pop and plain today. I'm in homeland, I'm in Biafran land. I can give up anything that I'm doing today. I'm a young youth, I'm a young guy, I'm a young man, I'm able as in I dey vibrant. I can give up whatever I'm doing to fight for what I love. And when I start fighting, I wouldn't like to go back and stop. Why am I saying this? Now, let me take us back. MNK, I was then, Ankanaba boy that time, I was a boy servant then, told us that time that every Biafran youth should fall into bush. I was using my Android phone then secretly to be listening to MNK, our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Okwu Kanu. Because what we are doing today, if you can think deeply with your heart, I don't think that anyone will have the mind to sabotage this Biafran struggle. Many have gone, many have gone, and many are still going to go. Who will it be next? That is the question we are asking ourselves in homeland. What will happen when I come across checking point now and a policeman or an army man he picked gun and shoot me and just like that? What would I now go and tell my God that if I die, no, I would have fought for Biafra. If I die in the fighting front, yes, I died for something. Now for me to sit here one day that I'm looking for a better zoological, or maybe I'm hoping that maybe one day this our struggle, this our recognition will come from the diaspora, as we all hope. Follow me as I speak gently. You understand where I'm going to? Now, what we are looking for is not coming from the diaspora because these people choose not to leave Biafra alone because they know what they are gaining from. You don't know when we say what you people think maybe when you started this Biafra of a thing is not ordinary something that a Kana man who doesn't love Biafra with heart or with passion will now just jump inside. You have to love Biafra with your passion, with your heart, with your mind. Now, these people, for many years, even our Odumegwu Ojukwu fought, and they stabbed our youth, our women, they stabbed them. Even the genocide they committed then, Biafran children were tormented, it was suspended to starvation, which resulted in many things. We are still fighting for this particular Biafra. Since these people are not even okay, now we are find out that these people are not ready to let us go. Shall we keep waiting? Shall we keep waiting? Shall we keep waiting till I'm onye nzọpụta anwa? Of which we have had many onye nzọpụta. But what is happening in this onye nzọpụta that we have had? Okike have given us onye nzọpụta many times. But what is happening to them? Check. Still us the Biafrans, especially the rising sun, especially those of us from the rising sun. We are the ones, especially the Biafran, the men dead Biafran is they are the main people sabotaging this struggle in this whatever we do. Why? Because they are full of wisdom, but they prefer not to use wisdom to showcase their power in the world, to let the world know that we also have something like this. If they feel like maybe they cannot give us anything, we will showcase to them that we can also do something like this. But today, our Biafran youths, our men who are supposed to be doing the needful are now becoming yahoo because there is no way for us to showcase our talent. to let the world know that, look, if you can produce missile, we can also do it. Look, we can also produce armor tank, of which we did it. We did all these things. But today now, where are they? A friend of mine was a former, if anybody can know, he's from Imo State, also precisely. He's a former ESN member. A former ESN was then, as of MK, ESN. Before then, Madu and Shina Sanwo-Olu, Undoshi them, killed that particular boy. That boy can manufacture dynamite. Many people knows him. The propaganda they never start today. Many years ago, that boy can do dynamite. He can even manufacture AK, can manufacture, that is weapon. But noticing that this boy can do something like this, they first of all sabotage that part. All these things started from them. They killed that boy because they have seen the talent. But the same way the Biafra did that. It's not from an outsider because a na-ekwu asị na oke nọ n'ụlọ gwa nke nọ na iro na azụ dịkwa na ngịga. Look, let me tell you, there is no one wish or enemy in one place. We are the wish of ourselves and the enemy of ourselves. Even as we gather there in this Mgbako now, this place, this space now, most of us are not happy. Most of us are still having grudges against ourselves. Where we have common enemy that we need to fight. Where am I going to? I'm asking this question. If the world refuses to recognize us, if the world refuses to attend to what happened to us, what will be happening to us, even as many are still happening, the genocide they have committed against us and they are still committing it, they are still doing it till today. They are picking our youth without trace, the disappearance of our youth without trace. We all know about this one. Now Soludo have formed another security outfit. If our prime minister is to be here today, can Solushi have the mind or the God to recruit anything? Calling what is the name of it? What was the name of it? One thing.
Udogadi.
Then can Soludo have the God to do that? They are finally succeed. Let me say, okay, they have succeeded in silencing our prime minister right now. Our prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Aguneche Mba 1, Obata Obie, Odogwu na-epe mpe 1. The Ekperima, the one they bought, you know how much they bought Ekperima with how much? But today, where is all this power that Simon Ekpa carrying? Who are those sabotaging this power from Simon Ekpa? Today, Biafran land is on siege. They have taken one, that we call it one man down. They have taken one person now out of us. They know that if they take him out now, surely the house will divide because there will be people. There are people who have been serving another paymaster inside the same particular struggle. Know that this is how to do it. Whenever we are together, they will put someone among us. Then they know that we will keep waiting for the white man. We will keep waiting for the world to recognize us. We are waiting for Israel to come and fight for us. Somebody will be there one day say we are from Israelites. We are from Israelites, and they don't know their brothers. And be telling me story. When reality hits you, you will now far. We need to stand up. We need to do something. Hamas today. What is happening today? What is happening today? If I may even ask. Yes, Hamas is a terrorist and is a terrorist organization. Normally, is not to be talked about because they killed children. In fact, they did what Nigeria did to us. Let me even say it. What the Nigeria British company did to Biafrans is what Hamas did. There is no difference. If Nigeria terrorism can recognize Hamas, then what are we now waiting for? Is Israel not still they push their ingredient they come Nigeria? They still they push and they come Nigeria. They not still solidarity with them. Are they not still having the head in Nigeria? Have Netanyahu said anything about Nigeria supporting something? I'm not going to tell us that Netanyahu doesn't know that Nigeria is a terrorist sponsor state. Are they not
But
aware
yeah,
that Nigeria is killing?
but it must make it snappy, so that other people can come in.
I
Make it
know I'm
snappy.
going somewhere. Please, what I'm saying, let me conclude. What I'm saying is, if the world refuse to recognize us today, what can we do? What we can we do? That's my question, and that is what I'm suspecting that should be the next agenda. I use my mic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please, anyone who want to speak, raise his hand up, please. That is our distance. If you want to talk, please can you raise your hand so that you can know who is first and who is last. Who come first and who come last. Mazi Simon Izuchuku, are you still there? Do you want to make any submission? Because you stayed so long. Do you want to make any submission? Simon Izuchuku? They're not there. My brother Gosman. Gosman, can you omit your mic?
Where did you see Godsman?
Is the Ghost Messenger?
Oh, that's mouthpiece.
It's Ghost Messenger.
Yeah,
Mouthpiece.
that's
Okay. Is
mouthpiece.
the new? It's,
That is
come
the name that
on.
so that they can recognize her.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
Please, please go.
Una amaghọ that anụ gbawa ebede ji
Agbala
ga-agbawa
Jack.
akwụsị akwụsị na-agba na-aga
Agbala
so
Jack.
agba jaja.
Just message.
Okay.
Okay, cause
Okay,
Benchuk.
I'll follow you Benchooks with it so that you know.
Okay.
And I'll follow to
Okay.
Mwamwanya so that
Okay,
all of you.
my brother, Mani Ugo, can you mute your mic?
Okay, hello once again. All protocols observed. I just want to answer the question you asked, Ben Jukes. You said we might have to follow Plan C. If my suggestion of Plan C would be to find a way to, kind of get in touch with people like Traore of Burkina Faso. If it's more difficult, if it's difficult to get hold of Putin himself, I think those working under Putin or people Putin's helping in one way or the other can also help us. I mean, because of course, we're hoping America does something.
Yes, if we get
But
Traore, we can get Putin.
yeah, yeah. So what I'm saying is, if we obviously we're hoping America helps out, but we shouldn't really put all our eggs in one basket. I mean, it will be in a better position if we try as many people as possible, even if we have to,
Michael,
even if we
sorry,
have
everyone.
to. Sorry.
Michael Rubin told us already that we should not put our mind on America because they might not be the first to recognize us. So we don't have to waste our time there.
Okay. So because the
And
way.
and and also, my brother, America and Donald Trump is a transactional government. They put their interest first, and it is the highest bidder. That is, it's just a fact. We have to be on where we are now. We have to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, that's it.
They are more transactional. They are more transactional.
I'm not hearing you.
There is a lot of contract, military contract between Nigeria and and America at the moment. And I just we can move a step ahead there in terms of helping to shape the policy of Biafra. And unless we have miracle can happen. But apart from miracle, I beg all these superpowers, all these people, they are all lip service. They have failed us tremendously. This single act of holding Cho Ayoba and Maya and Simon Ekpa, nobody should have any more, this atom of hope from them. How can the persecutor, the person that is persecuting people, be the one that the Europeans, Americans are supporting to persecute indigenous people who are trying desperately to fight for the survival of their lives? Fighting for survival of their lives. They have ganged up together, locking up people, putting people in solitary confinement in Europe for pre-hearing. It is just pre-hearing. The treatment of the African man is a different treatment from the Caucasian man. We cannot trust them. We can never anymore. Never. Cho Ayoba and Simon Ekpa must be an example to every single one of them that our freedom is in our own hands. Not anybody. In our own hands. It has to be in our own hands. If they come along, we will take it. Like Simon Ekpa always say, we don't have permanent friends. We don't have permanent enemies. Remember when he quoted Nelson Mandela? When Nelson Mandela was, went to, I think it was in America, went to America and was having something to do with Cuba or something like that. And they were all up in arms. And he says, these are the people, if Cuba was not your friend, does not mean it's not my own friend. It's those people who will keep you alive, who will make you survive. Just as it's for their own best interests, because of the resources, the mineral resources they get from Biafra land, it's their own best interest to continue to suppress us, to subjugate us, to make us less human, to make us to feel that a Caucasian is better than the African man. Never again. Our freedom is in our hands. Thank you, my brother. Go ahead. Sorry to interject.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's quite true. I also think that, if the more people we approach or the more countries we approach, the better our chances, because, of course, they all want something from us. I mean, if they see that we are gaining an upper hand with their rivals, for instance, say Russia, then America will be much more, desperate, or any other country that might see themselves as losing out if we're with someone else. I also think that if um, Burkina Faso, Niger, these three countries or four countries that broke up from France, if we try to approach them, we'll stand a better chance. This is just my opinion, though, but I just think we shouldn't just concentrate on one particular side. We should try everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, we are a nation now.
yes, my
So,
brother, Mane Ugo, you really hit the nail on the head. You say, you just take yourself as an example. You are a victim. You find yourself in a court. Now the culprit and the offender become the accuser, and you are dying for nothing. How do you explain this? How? Now, that is why I put that question. It seems Plan C is going to favor us now. when if you make yourself as my enemy, and I see your friend, and you have another enemy, I think I will go for that your enemy. Then everything will be balanced. That will be easy for us to sort out our problems. I see, Mazi Otunwamaya, can you give your own sense in this very issue? Thank you so much.
That is gonna be a game changer in this our Biafran cause. This has been in my mind. A brother suggested it some times ago. If we can make this move right now, everything will change. You will see all eyes will be on Biafra. I believe in Anikwekwenememe. That is what I stand for. It's not after saying it, we continue depending on the West. The West cannot help us. We have to make this drastic move now. I mean now. I'm here. Everyone.
Thank you so much. I can see my sister Happy man. You are not too far from the mic. Can you mute your mic and give us your consent? Sister Happy man, are you there? You are not there. My brother Triple M. Are you there with your mic? Triple M, you are not also there. What's going on? Sister Claudine, can you hear me?
You are coming out.
Okay, thank you so much. So, dear friends, I think our plan now should be Plan C. We have used Plan A, it didn't work. And Plan B is on the way. But we cannot carry all our egg and put in one basket. So that's why Plan C has to come on board. Let every Biafrans put their hands on the deck and support our DPM, our only lioness, the only woman who did it when we really need it. If at all we didn't get November 29, 2024 resolution, what would have happened to us now? This is another question.
Ben Chooks, you remember during the convention when Michael Rubin, I couldn't get hold of that because it was one of those that was recorded by the Biafran government in exiles media group. You know, after he made his presentation, there were questions being thrown to him. And part of one of the questions, some of the response that he made, I remember certainly he mentions Czechoslovakia. He said, where he almost called, he almost used these words that we were using there. We are now using on this platform. You remember when he said Czechoslovakia was a country that declared its independence. They declared their independence in 18th of October 1918 in Washington. And he then mentioned another country from Eastern Europe. I've forgotten. I don't know if you remember the other country he mentioned. There were two countries. He used them as an example. He said he can't understand why those countries declared their independence in Washington D.C. and their leaders were not arrested and be put in detention. So he fell short by saying, what is wrong with the world Why are African people being persecuted like this? If Czechoslovakia can declare their independence and nothing happens and they succeeded and now grown to be a country, a great country, what is wrong with what is happening to Biafra and his leaders? He mentioned that, and he wrote an article, and he says Finland's persecution of African. I just want you people to remember the word he's used there. African dissidents betrays his top freedom ranking. He purposely put that African because he wants to show that the reason why we are being treated this way is solely because of who we are. We mean nothing to them. That is it. That is what he said. I can't remember the other country
Yes,
he mentioned.
you are absolutely right, my sister. You are absolutely right. Because we don't care and we don't know our values. Would it be that we know our values, we shouldn't always be pushing by the corner. Like as they push Ogan Kereba to the corner. Hey, get out there. That is why. Because he doesn't know his value. He doesn't know who he is. He wanted to claim what he doesn't. Who?
But Chooks, we know who we are. We know we are Biafrans. Before we did not know much of what has happened to us and what has happened to our fathers and our grandfathers and the fathers before. But we know who we are. We know there was a genocidal war between the 67 to 70. We know 3 million people were starved to death, were killed. A blockade that was perpetrated by the West. Biafra fought a war not only with Nigeria, but fought a war with all of these people. We know that. We know who we are. But the question is that why are they not supporting us like the way they are supporting this country? Who willingly, just like how we went to Levy, Finland, and declared the restoration of Biafra, they have gone there to Washington and other countries to declare their independence as well. What not they did not pick up their leaders and lock them up. Why are they picking up our own leaders and locking them up?
Because they know
And they are
what
not
they are
supporting
reaping
us
from
and they've
us.
kept quiet. Why?
They are reaping us something free of charge. So that is why they don't want to give up those things they are reaping free of charge.
And then why should we be polite about, we should say it the way it is. The political correctness is killing us. We must say it unless they can tell us a different reason. We believe this is the reason why you are treating us like this. Unless they can tell us a different reason. So there is no political correctness with these people anymore. You tell it the way it is. We understand that in Africa we have a lot of leaders that are puppets. The puppets of the West, and that has been the graveyards of Africa. Because of these puppets, Africa has refused to develop. Because they openly see corruption floating through their nose, but they will continue to support these puppets of leaders in Africa. They see the huge corruption that is going on. That even one country in Europe now are suggesting that the Nigerians should not be allowed to buy houses in their country anymore. They take all this money, invest it in these countries. They see huge amounts of money in people in government, in legislators, the people ruling the country. They see huge money in foreign bank accounts, and they just keep quiet. And then they then do aids. They say they are granting, they give us grants, they give us aids, and then they'll do economic reform, and this economic reform will affect the citizen, and the people are dying, people are protesting for hunger. We are coming out in the street to cry that we are hungry. And when they do that, they kill them, and people nothing happens to them. These people are traumatized. They are not able to fight anymore because they are only thinking of the hunger. They don't believe they have any reason to live. They are just looking for the next food. How do you expect them to fight to know that they have rights? They don't even believe they have rights because of the way the West has just turned their eyes, they've turned their eyes and turned against what the leaders of Africans are doing to the indigenous people of Africa. They've just closed their eyes against it, and it is a horrific thing. And in the 21st century, this is what Michael Rubin was saying. This cannot carry on again in the 21st century. This has to stop. It is not an excuse. You cannot hide behind ignorance. There is so much information out there. The African citizens are crying, they are voicing, and those people who are the ones who are talking for the voiceless, you pick them up and you lock them up to shut their mouth up. What is the West doing? The ones who are brave enough come out and try to tell the world, fight for their people. And what you do, you pick them up and you lock them up to stop them. The Cho Ayobas of the world, the Mazinam, the Kanu of the world, the Simon Ekpa of the world, you think you shut them up, you connive with their leaders in their country who are your puppets in order for you to continue to gain what you are gaining, and you then preach with the same mouth about human rights, about economic reform, about how to help Africa, about African development, whatever. You all stand up, you take beautiful photos, you wear beautiful clothes, but your evil that you perpetrate is beyond repraise. That is what is going on.
Yeah,
And
thank
it
you
has
so
to be
much.
said.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A lot of hands is on the air. Until Africa stop taking anything called S from the West, then they will know their stand. Mr. Triple M, can you meet your mic?
Thank you very much, my dear brother Benchus. Greetings, my fellow Biafrans. Greetings, my leader Mazina Dekano. Greetings, our PM Ebu, Prime Minister. Greetings to our able and indefeatable DPM in the person of Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. Greetings, Matthew Go, the host of this platform. Greetings, Karadin. Greetings, Otumwamonya. Greetings, Biafran champion. Greetings, everybody in the house. If I didn't mention you, just say it. I appreciate each and every one of us to be here once again. We must continue because that is what we are being born for. We are born for that, and we can never stop fighting for it. So it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter whatever challenges we face in our way. Because once you are cooking, you decided to add some salt in your delicacy. The little one you dropped, if it's not enough, you have to put more, or else the previous one is gone. So we must keep pushing. Topic tonight: USB Brigade de facto press briefing. Special guest attorney Dr. Levy. Yeah, all these things we are there already. Because I have an advice for our government this night. You know, in Africa currently, what we have in Africa now The race we are facing is not the time we will beckon our trust in anybody because we have been subjugated enough. This is time for we to take our destiny into our hands. I'm so happy, so as other fellow Biafrans, other genuine Biafrans that our DOLs, our COS, DPM really declared our nation on the 29th of November 2024. But that is a great achievement for the Biafrans. This will tell you that our restoration is sacrosanct. Because if we fail to redeclare that day, following the agents that are being sent to disrupt it, but it is the will of the Chukwuka Abiyama that that day will be the day our freedom will be declared. It won't have happened. So how we know that is that our freedom is God's agenda, and that's where we are heading to. Now, my advice goes this way. I would like our government to focus all their antennas, push our lobbies. Let's grab America. I'm so happy that everything is working for the good of Biafra and other people fighting for their freedom as well. The person on seat right now is a man of integrity, is a man of freedom. So I think once we get America, I don't think we need to push further. I think that is the one we have to grab now. Then we also send to our brothers, such as Burkina Faso, Mali, Senegal, and Niger Republic. These ones that already know what it takes to be free, while the other ones are still wallowing in the ocean of neocolonialism. So I think these both steps now are things our government needs to do while we be here as well, talking and broadcasting about our freedom as well. Because those, the reason why we are doing this is here. We most of us might think that is not yielding a fruit. No, not really. We are doing a great job. People in hometown, in homeland is receiving the message because Zoo, Zoo radio house and their television houses are now broadcasting all manner of rubbish there, and they are on ground, thereby making our people to take their mind off Biafra. That's exactly what they are doing. But as long as the spirit of Biafra is here, they can never stop us. So I believe this thing is what we need now. We don't need to gather everybody. Once we get America, the way it stands now, as it stands now, once we get America to be recognized, Otilo, we will move from there. Then Zoo, so I think this is what what we have to do now. Because these people you are even mentioning, now, take a look at what is happening. The way they gave order to our PM, that is not the way it's being done in Europe, the Western world. That is not the way it's been done. How can you invite someone for how many months now? The person cannot even cough, talk more of taking his or her bet. So this is to tell you that the people you are looking up to, never valued you. They don't even want your existence because there are things they are getting from you. Once we are in disarray, it is a credit to them for them to be ripping us both left and right. Yet when we come to their domain, they maltreat us as nobody. Whereas what kept them moving, what kept them living big, came from our ancestral land. Yet we are not being respected. It's time for we to take back our own. It's time for we to fall back. And the time is now. And I appeal to our government. Why I also appeal to my people here, we will never get tired. We will never get tired. Ofebu, Ekutofe, Ayu, thank you very much. I'm on the listening session.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for that beautiful one. EMX, are you there? EMX, can you unmute your mic?
Okay, Maziban choose is a MX. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right,
Sorry
thank you.
if I didn't pronounce it correct.
No qualms, no qualms. I greet everyone. You know, I stand on the existing protocol, and my question I want to ask, because I think I came in and I heard someone saying something about the third option, that's the plan C. So, and it tells me that I didn't get the plan A and plan B. So maybe someone should, you know, tell me the plan A and B. Then I will now be able to, so that I will now be able to say what I want to say regarding to the topic. So, maybe you can.
Sorry, Benchus. Annex, that's the topic. Add your contribution. Nobody is talking about plan B and plan C and plan D. Just put your own submission in there, please, my brother. Just put your, it's USB bridge de facto press briefing. I don't know if you listen to the press briefing from our Deputy Prime Minister and the guest that we had, Anthony Dr. Levy, was there to tell us the situation, the current situation, and the situation of what happened, what is the way the emerging organization of African thinks of what they have done.
Yes. I heard everything.
Yes, so that is the discussion here. So just have your own submission. That's the discussion we are having here.
I heard everything, but I heard plan A, plan B. That's why, and I heard plan C.
No. You put in your own contribution. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I because I actually heard what Mazi Mani said, and was actually seconded by Otunwa Mwanya. And
it was a suggestion. You just make your own contribution.
I know. I don't know why are you guys. Everything we are doing here, everybody is just throwing. What we are doing here, we cannot implement it. So everything we are doing is everybody is just talking his own opinion. So, but I know I just wanted to flow from where I foresee what they were saying. So anyway, it was seconded by Otumwa Mwanya, and I think that was a very good opinion that they threw right there, because then Clara, didn't you yourself, you now mentioned a pivotal point from what happened in Finland. When I was listening to the man himself, he said it clearly, okay? Because we always talk about the United States. He said that United States will not be the first, but he, whether he said he doesn't but probably, I think he used the word probably, they may not be the third. So I think he used that word, meaning that we should now use our common sense to know that it will be easier for us to get some other people to ourselves on our side that will now trigger the United States to take us serious. I think that's what it could mean. Now, the brother now brought about the uh, Burkina Faso of 18, which is the thing that is actually trending today, because the man has the record, what they have done. And now, following a pattern, the way the West behaves, we know that immediately you begin to do something and they see that you are getting recognition, especially from the other side, the people that they don't too agree with, they will like to give you even a better offer, So that is that strategy. And based on Russia is trying now, the Burkina Faso people, first of all, Nigeria and the Sahel side now, region, they are not in good terms with the terrorist state of Nigeria. Now, it will be easier, I believe, in my own opinion, for us to approach them. Everything is about interest. Because I still heard my sister Clara saying that America does, and I think she said this government, I think it's every government, it's all about interest. Everybody, a good government supposed to even go for their interest, because you are representing your people. So I believe that everything you are doing should still benefit you in return. That's why our supreme leader, Mazen Amikano, said those days, anybody that wants our oil, that we will give them, but let them help us. He said it. So it's something that when we begin to approach these people, we give them reasons for them to see us. But first, going from Africa, I think would be something that if we do, and African, the Sahel people that are enemies to Nigeria, because we should be even targeting anybody we see that is an enemy to Nigeria. Those are the people that we should approach, because it will now trigger, it will now help us to come to the limelight where the world will begin to see us. Then the other people, the West and all these people that are maltreating us, because now we are being maltreated by even our own that we love so much, the Finnish government and the Norwegian government, the Nordic countries now, okay, the people that are well respected, but their behavior now, based on what we heard a few hours ago, shows us that we don't really, they can still be manipulated. So we should be looking for these countries, and if we get them, Mali and all these ones that are now aligning themselves with Russia, I think it will be a very good one. So that is the only thing that I spotted out, and I decided to throw my own couple of cents here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MX, for your submission. We are making suggestions because of the situation we found ourselves. I could remember during the time Mazen Antikan was evangelizing, he said, we might use Igbocha as our state capital. But when Wike started misbehaving, the people from Igbocha started misbehaving. He said, it looks like because of this very character, we will change our mind in the future. Finland, I thought that would be one of our best allies. When we finally settled, now they have been showing us now that they are the devil. One of the devil, playing the devil advocates in the life of our liberty. And we can condemn such an evil. We can condemn such a nonsense. I can say Sujams. Sujams. Can you meet your mic?
Yes, my brother Benchus, I greet everyone. I greet my brothers and sisters here. So the topic we are talking this night is very nice one, and it's good sometimes that we get some little information so that we will know how to channel our energy. So after listening to the Attorney Levy during the broadcast, during the conference, I I feel bad too. Although I have been feeling bad since the issue came up, the Simon Mr. our Prime Minister and Nnamdi Kanu. So I used because of that I have been following the President of Finland because I have been bombarding him with Twitter. So last time one of us here on the space hosted a space, and I was explaining how that they read all we tweet, most of them, because there's one tweet I tweeted. I call them hypocrites because I don't miss word anymore. I have been feeling us because I live here in West. I see how they treat us. I see how everything is going. You know, when they talk about freedom, as our sister Clara G said, they will paint everything, they will wear suits, speak on tele, speak as if they are angels, but at the back of their mind, we the Africans are their slave. We are still their slave, that is how they see us. So when I mentioned that I tweeted about how hypocrites they are, the West, the man muted me because when you are following somebody and the person muted you, he did not block me. He muted me so that anytime he tweets, I cannot see the notification. So it's time we all have to wake up and know that we're in for a long ride. This is not a child play. Me too, I was thinking that the kind of things that our prime minister, how long he has been in Finland, how he has participated even in their politics, that it will not go to this extent. But lo and behold, they show us who they truly are. So we should stop, because when I follow them on Twitter, I see our people tweeting, like begging them. Yes, it's good to tweet something good, but you have to tell them who they are, because these people they don't care about us. So it's high time we start, as our brothers are saying, we have to come down and look to our brothers in Africa and try to know how we can get to them before the big masquerade, because the big masquerade too, they don't care about us. We have to tell ourselves the truth. So that is why I like listening to Clara Jean, because he always hits the nail at the head. These people don't care about us. They only care about what they are getting, their interest. And Nigeria is ready to do anything to make sure we don't stand up. And them too, they are happy with what is going on. So because I don't see reason why they will be holding this young man incommunicado, even Choaiba incommunicado, as if they don't know what is happening in Africa, what is happening. They all know what is happening in Nigeria. Even as corrupt as Amnesty International, they always report what is happening in Nigeria. And Amnesty International is one of their own. They all know everything, but they close their eyes as if they don't know. So we have to embrace ourselves. We have to do more fundraising or contribute more with whatever you have. You have to come out now. Everybody have to come out. The game have changed. So we have to dip into our pocket the little you have. As in Igbo and not you come and marry on you come and marry on fufu. So we have to start. Tomorrow is our fundraising, so all of us have to come out. We have to support our government, the men on ground. We have to start up doing something so that these people can see that we are doing something. Because the people we are mentioning they are respecting is because they are doing something. Even though they call them terrorists, look at what happened in Syria. I think some of them are recognizing the Syrian, the people that have taken over the government in Syria. They start recognizing them. That is how the world works. They don't care when you are so peaceful. They don't care about you. So my brothers and sisters, I have to yield my mic here. Thank you everyone, and we have to embrace ourselves. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. That is why I said your freedom is in your hand. Your freedom is in your palm. Can you believe a country like Afghanistan? What is this Taliban? Ruled by Taliban. America fought how many years? 20 years of war with Taliban. They could not be able to defeat them. Even they left all their armory there and run away. Some of the armory they left there is now found in the terrorist the country called Nigeria. They use it to kill their innocent ones. Now, even they themselves, they fought them, they recognize them there now. They said, we want to govern ourselves.
Okay.
Nobody did anything.
See.
So our own future is in our hand. Why we shouldn't let ourselves go? Why we shouldn't let ourselves stand up and fight for our future? And stand for anything that will come across our way. And we stay looking for people who don't care for us. People who use us as a guinea fowl. It's time for us to make a automatic U-turn and know who we are and value ourselves. Because they know that we don't love ourselves. It's easy for them to just get us with a chicken change. Time is wait for nobody. Time wait for nobody. Everyone should wake up. Is there anyone who wants to make any submission? Can you raise up your hand? As you go, I don't know how long you want this space to last. Are you there? As you go.
Ben Chooks, yeah, with this, it's a short space. We just thought we put the space on, because of the press briefing. So
Let me
quickly, just
chip
so
in quickly.
yeah, so it's not going to be long. So anytime from now, we're gonna take class submission. Basically, I just to add quickly to what you guys have just said, the previous speaker and yourself. You remember, Finland doesn't give a damn about what happens to people like us. I mean people like us. When I mean people like us, who the type of people we are, the type of our scheme. The Sierra Leonean man that had the same similar thing with what is happening to Simon Ekpa. They know that. At the end of the day, this man was kept incarcerated for doing this their investigation for months on end, and after that they found him not guilty and everything, and at the end of the day they had to pay him compensation. And whatever deal they've done with Abuja, according to Mr. Levy, Dr. Levy, there was a meeting of the Nordic ministers in Abuja in August. According to him, whatever the deal they have, they will say, oh, we'll pay this compensation, but meanwhile we will achieve what we want to achieve. Can I just send a message to all the Nordic countries? You will not achieve anything. This particular fight, this particular freedom that we are seeking, it's in our palm already. You will not achieve anything. You will not. Because they pay compensation to this man who was which the government lied against him as well, and Finland went into this frivolous investigation that has no water, and the same thing happened to him. So let it be known that irregardless of whatever you do to Simon Ekpa, but my biggest sadness and tears comes to almost coming into my eyes as I'm saying that this Elena Van Tro, whatever the name is, who is their foreign, this their minister now. Mazi Simon Ekpa took picture with. If I go to search his wall, I think he took some picture with some of these people through their political life when they started. They've been in politics for a long time. These are the people who he knew, the people he grew with, and all of that. And it's just beggars belief. I cannot comprehend this. I just cannot comprehend it. These are the people you've worked with in the same political party. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So because it is going to be one investigation after another investigation after. We know this trick. We know it. We are coming. We are coming. Mazi Benjux, I hand the mic over and we can start making our submission. I think that's it's a short space. That's what it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Claudine. My sister, Biafra first. Can you make your submission?
Yes, sir.
They will.
I have been trying to come in for over 2 hours. You couldn't see me. I was like, I keep coming in and out, in and out, in and out. I said, I must say my own, They
Thank God I finally
found me, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mama Cardine. They will have done them.
They will.
Mazi Uko. They will. Mazi Otu. Honorable Otunwam Wanya. Mazi MX, you're there. Hello. Love to you all. Everyone, protocols observed. Thank you. I said I have to put my own piece. Thank you. It says USB Bridgie de facto press briefing, special guest attorney Dr. Levy. I was tired. That made me tired. That Dr. Levi made me tired. But I tell you one thing though. He made some statements that I was able to catch some codes in those statements. Even though it sounds so horrible, I think he was just trying to tell us that there's an investigation going on with our PM. And the code that I got out of this is indefinite. So now the challenge is on us. So it's indefinite. So there's nothing like, oh, our Prime Minister is coming tomorrow. or next week, or it's indefinite until the investigation. It could be tomorrow, it could be next year. This is what he said. This is what I call. But there's an investigation going on. And in as much as that statement was made, it was made for us. Okay, we know all the charges, right? Incitement was one of them. Incitement, which is what made Nigeria pay so much money to take him out, right? Now, I say to ourselves, the challenge Mr. Mazi Benchooks was thrown to us, we have to now incite ourselves. We have to incite ourselves. We have to think that there's no tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. Our people are getting occupied even more. We promised that after the declaration, we're going to go bazooka. Nothing. Because of one single or two single or three single people. And because they took one single or two single people, are we all going to die? No. We have to incite ourselves. We're not going to put DPM on the line to come on the line and talk about, oh yeah, we did this, oh we did that, oh we, so that they can say, no, there, pick her up. She's inciting. No, we must incite ourselves. We must be angry. Enough. It's not just by talking about it. You know, we must fight for our own freedom. We have USB. It's our country. Now, everywhere you go, touch it. Every country you're in, go out there. Talk about Biafra. People just go on the streets and talk about Jesus Christ. Go back, tell everybody. That's how people. There's a guy I met at the inauguration. He's from Bangladesh. Oh, Bangladesh. Bangladesh just split up. Have they been recognized? I don't know. But their names all over the world. I mean, I didn't know too much about Bangladesh until I came here.
No, they have their own country. Bangladesh has already been recognized.
Okay, they've been recognized, but they split, right?
Yes, from Pakistan.
Exactly. But they still have a PM. And they have to go through too. You know, they're still struggling. The only reason we're going through this is because our own blood. Okay, I want to ask on this space, it's about 95 right now. How many of us is going to be the next Sabo? Who? Who else is going to try to set somebody up here? Who else is going to start to scam people on this space? Who else is going to start to hack us just because we're talking about our freedom right on this space? Because they got paid. Because I was on this space for almost 2 years. I loved almost all of them like my own. I thought we were on the same mission. We had an understanding. I thought they were smart people and they were mathematicians. But they bent on, whether ignorantly, whether purposely, or, you know, either way, they did what they did and they have to pay for it. I don't have any problem with anybody. You know, the only person I have problem with is Sonny Aquarawa, Okenkeke, and them fools with the useless names. But those followers, I think they're ignorant and they've been cajoled. And it's going to take their grace and their chin to turn it around. It's not us. My own is when they come, we take them and put them in their place. You know? So we must not continue. This is what they want us to do, though. Continue to fight for Simon. Yeah, we're going to keep talking about Simon. Oh, Simon Ekpa. Oh, Simon. Oh, Simon. Oh, everybody's going to start being detrimental, which is very, very detrimental to our freedom right now. Because they want us to hold on to, Simon. Thank God he's in Finland. For some reason, whatever Mr. Dr. Levy said, it didn't skip my heart. I know how I feel. It didn't skip my heart. So I don't have any conclusion, but it didn't skip my heart. Because I was at that convention. I have a lot of reasons why it didn't skip my heart. The guy that called himself his father, that we all know, came on the podium and said something about this. Simon is being captured or he's been this and this. Nothing like that. I feel like this guy should know better. If anything is going on with Simon, so terrible. But he said nothing like that. Only a few weeks ago, PM is hard and hardy. He's fine wherever he is. And he has given us the money. He said he will spend 5 years. Before he left, he told us in 2 weeks there will be serious propaganda. Keep your eyes on the rising sun, which is United States of Biafra. He gave us all these codes to work with, but yet a whole lot of us will come up on this space and we're still lamenting. If Finland was so terrible, PM will not be what he is there today. He's not bringing us Finland to Biafra just so they can lock him up. I don't think so. I think they have to investigate. I think they have to prove to the world that they're doing something.
Yeah, sorry, first love.
Thank you.
Matrix, I think you give Chan baby mic.
Okay, sure. She can go ahead. I think I spoke enough, right?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I just called to tell Clarity
Oh,
inside
actually,
to
yeah,
bring
I'm gonna let
Chan up.
Franco. Yeah, that's my baby. Let her go, please.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I like to conclude that I'm in a good place. I want us to incite ourselves. I want us to go crazy with our donations, go crazy with our positivity, pray for our PM.
I'm not getting anything.
Oh, you're not?
Hello, can you guys?
Hello?
Actually,
Can anybody hear me?
Sorry.
okay.
Hello. Just can everybody just can you mute first? Can you mute first, please? Mute. Who is talking? Can you mute because we had Biafra first one was talking, but you can go ahead, Shine Victor, go ahead.
No, I'm not even hearing you before. Can you people hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Baby, can you hear me? Yeah, she's not hearing us.
Okay, I am so sorry. I'm very so sorry. I'm just coming back from work.
First love.
I'm at work. Everybody.
what I'm hearing, I saw, let me tell you people who, you know, I like to ask questions to my God to know what is happening. You see this woman yesterday. As we did not give chance, to Martin Nankaru's wife, we will not give chance for this woman. This woman is our PM ex-wife. And she's not the mother of her mother. I have people in Finland.
Go ahead.
Are you talking to me? This woman don't want to respect herself. I acquire their fame. Open a man, yeah. I don't need to back on no. Open no. I acquire their fame. Yeah, what I'm saying is this. I am so happy because she understands English. I heard that somebody is looking for the Twitter. Me, I need that Twitter. On Saturday, I will be off. As an important food with them, I want to tell you people, Biafrans, if you people want to remain slave